Greetings everyone and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to talk about Star Trek Online, and they have just announced the Picard bundle. So let's take a look and see what this is all about. For 7 years, Captain Jean-Luc Picard commanded the USS Enterprise on our television screens, bringing to life some of the greatest stories in Trek canon. True. Now, later this month, Patrick Stewart returns to the role he made famous in the brand new series Star Trek Picard. To celebrate this amazing moment in Trek fandom, we're releasing a brand new bundle for Star Trek Online coming on January 16th for 12,000 Zen. Now, 12,000 Zen is a hell of a lot of Zen. So keep that in mind. Buying this bundle together gets you a deep discount on some items that were very important in Picard's life. So I do like the theming of it. I like the idea that these are all items that somehow connect to Picard. It includes a ship that's never been offered for direct purchase before, and this may be the most exciting thing about the bundle. Not this bundle, because as you'll see in a moment, it's not very good value, but the possibility of more ships that were lockbox ships being purchasable for Zen in some way. Here's the full breakdown of everything in the bundle. You get the Tier 6 Miradorn Raider. That's a lockbox ship. We'll take a look at that after we're done with the blog post. The Tier 3 Galaxy Exploration Cruiser Retrofit. The Tier 5 Galaxy Exploration Cruiser Retrofit. So that's the Tier 5 Enterprise D. The Tier 3 Constellation Class Heavy Cruiser. And then you get the Galaxy Class Ship Interior. You get a Tier 5U upgrade token, which is obviously meant to go with the Tier 5U Enterprise D. You get the replica Thompson submachine gun. You get a bunch of uniforms that Picard wore, or that are from TNG. And you can see the uniforms here. So like the Tier 1 Admiral, the old ones like this here. Then you get the more modern one from like Season 3 Plus, the Privateer outfit, and whatever. These are the uniforms you get. Also, they've revamped the Constellation class heavy cruiser model in the game. The new model is rebuilt to bring the visual fidelity of the model in line with current standards. And they added Type 8, Type 8B, NX, NX refit, and TOS material types. All good stuff, but I mean, it's a Tier 3 ship. So if they're a fan of that, that's great. I'm not interested. I don't like ships with 4 nacelles anyway. I think they're ugly, and it's a Tier 3 ship, so really not too interested in any of that. But if those updates are interesting to you, then that might be something you care about, because it says if you already own it, then you can visit the ship customization interface and get the new visual update and material types and all that. So you don't have to buy the bundle to get those visual updates, so that's nice. That's not all. From January 16th to January 20th, the bundle will be available for 50% off. Get everything in the bundle for only 6,000 Zen. So, is this worth it? Absolutely not. Not a chance in hell. This is, I would say this is even worse than the Discovery Pack, if we're being completely honest. Absolutely, 100% this is worse than the Discovery Pack. At least the Discovery Operations Pack gave you 2 Tier 6 ships that were good. You only get 1 Tier 6 ship with this. And a lot of these other ships and a lot of this other stuff you may already have. I already have the Tier 5U Enterprise D. I already have the interior. I already have the Thompson machine gun unlocked on my account. I already have several of these uniforms. I bought them because I wanted them. So really, and I'm imagining a lot of other people are in that situation too, but even if you didn't have any of this stuff, is that worth 12,000 Zen full price? Yeah, there's a reason it's 50% off at launch, because they know it's not worth 12,000 Zen. They're putting it half off because they know that's the only way anyone would buy it, and I still don't think it's worth it. It's only worth it if you want the Miradorn Raider. If you don't want the Miradorn Raider, this is not worth it in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion. So let's take a look at the Miradorn Raider, shall we? Okay, the Miradorn Raider. Miradorn Theta Heavy Raider. Okay? This is not a bad ship. Let's get that cleared up right away. It's not a bad ship. I'm not saying that. But I mean, it's not. How many of you were sitting around thinking, I really should pick up a Miradorn? That would be the best use of $60. Probably not, you know. So it's a Raider. It's got good power bonuses. It has, good bridge officer seating. It's universal because it's a Raider. You got full pilot specs, so you get pilot abilities. It has a little intel seating on there. It could be better, but it could also be worse. It's a 4-3-3-2-1 layout, 5-1 weapon layout, pretty good for a Raider. Comes with an experimental weapon. Good console layout, very solid here. Trait isn't too good. You get some armor pen when flanking. That's not bad, but I mean, it's not really going to compete with other traits, not even traits from the C-Store. It has a 2-piece console set along with the Hushnok, and the console is decent, but I don't know that it's worth paying $60 for. It has Raider flanking. The experimental weapon I've never tried, but I mean, when other people talk about experimental weapons that I don't have, so I don't have experience with, it's never one that's up at the top. Usually the railgun and weapons like that are what people talk about. So yeah, I mean, it's just a good ship. It's definitely a good ship. There's no doubt about that. But there are better. And so I guess the real question is, if they put the Miradorn Theta Heavy Raider in the C-Store for 3,000 Zen like a normal ship, but then told you the only way you could buy it is if you also bought all that other stuff, even if you already own some of it, would you do that? No. No, I would not. If you really wanted it because it's just part of the Picard stuff, then, I could see that. If you're all in on the Picard theme, Picard is my favorite captain by a wide mile. TNG is my favorite Star Trek by a wide mile. And I'm definitely looking forward to the show. I just don't see how this is a good deal, because at the end of the day, this is still a game, and it's still a product that they're selling us, and even at 50% off, I think you would have to not have anything in the pack and want all of it in order for it to be worth it. And I just don't know who that applies to. How many people does that really apply to? Now, one exciting thing is that this is not the first time this has happened. With the Gamma Pack, they did include some previous promo-only ships. Well, not promo, but lockbox ships. Like the Jem'Hadar Dread carrier, the Tier 5 version, and the Tier 5 Jem'Hadar Heavy Escort carrier were put into the Gamma Pack as exclusives, so you could get it through the pack, whereas those were previously lockbox ships. The difference here is that this is a currently available lockbox ship. Those had already been replaced by Tier 6 versions. So it does raise the interesting possibility that we're going to start seeing more lockbox ships offered either in bundles or just in the C-Store in general. Maybe they're testing the waters with this to see if putting lockbox ships for sale with Zen will make people more inclined to buy it. But if that's the case, I'm afraid it's going to backfire, because this particular bundle is not a good value for money unless you really want everything in here and you're buying it at a discount. So I'm worried that almost no one is going to buy this, and then the message they're going to get is, well, maybe they don't want lockbox ships for Zen. I don't know. If any of them are listening, developers or people who make those decisions, I would say I think people are definitely interested in buying lockbox ships for Zen instead of having to open lockboxes, but because we do it. I think the average person does do it that way. They spend Zen on things to sell on the exchange, they get the credits, and then they buy the ships that way. But I mean an official way, in the C-Store. So, yeah, my verdict on this is not a good deal. and I'm gonna pass on it. I'm guessing this is not the bundle, right? I mean, I'm assuming this is not the 10th anniversary bundle, because all weekend I've been sitting around thinking, well, when's, anticipating some news was going to drop about the 10th anniversary event, and normally there's a bundle to go with that, a much bigger bundle. So I'm hoping that this is not it. If this is it, if this is the only bundle we're getting to go with the 10th anniversary, that's going to be really disappointing. Save me some money though. But I was expecting a really big, and I don't think so, because the advertising said, the ships you've been waiting for. This clearly is not the ships this is not in line with the advertising, so there has to be another bundle. My opinion, save your money for the big bundle, the 10th anniversary bundle. It has to be better than this. So yeah, I'm not mad or anything. It's a product that's for sale. Doesn't hurt me any. This is all stuff that already exists in the store. They're just packaging it together. There's actually nothing new here. They're just packaging this together to try and take advantage of the Picard hype. So yeah, I don't think it's worth it, but it's out there if you want it. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.